This test is going to use sea salt. It does not have iodine in it. I do not recommend anyone try to duplicate this test, as what I'm reading on the internet is that electrolyzing water with salt in it produces chlorine gas. Don't use salt with iodine in it either, as it produces iodine gas, which is just as lethal as chlorine gas. I just want to witness the intent of the test is to witness gas production and determine whether or not we have any particulates that come out of it. So I have 86 degrees in the water. Looks like 10, maybe 11 amps in the water on the ammeter. And gas production looks pretty good. Well, now it's pretty darn amazing what happens in 38 minutes. That's the darkest brown I've seen. (134 degrees in the water. Looks like 14 amps. And that is a whopping bunch of particulate. On further examination, the particulate appears to have so much of it that it's sticking up out of the water. Can you see that? Pretty amazing. At 46 minutes and some change, almost 47 minutes, the amount of particulate is almost overtaken the jar. Where it was really high on the sticking up out of the water, that's kind of disappeared, so it must be beginning to settle. Gas production is fairly good though. And 152 degrees in the water. About 14 amps. At 1 hour I have 159 degrees in the water. Real close to 15 amps, maybe 14 and a half. And the water looks like a jug of molasses. Gas production is, I would estimate, quite good. I don't know if it's the best I've seen, but it's pretty good. I'm going to run it for an hour and a half and see just how bad it gets. Or hour and 45, sorry. Well, we're rapidly approaching an hour and 45 minutes. I had to go inside, and so this thing cooked by itself for a while. But it's starting to look like overcooked brown gravy. It just looks like soup or something. Gas production is really good. This is the most I've seen any of them drop. It was from right up in here down to here. So the temperature is 148 degrees in the water, although I wouldn't call it water anymore. And it looks like 13 amps on the ammeter. This is easily the most particulate. It almost looks like that's all it is particulate. This is kind of an idea what's in the soup. The whole jar looks like that. It just looks like the thing filled up with mud. I don't know if that can be seen or not. Nope, it can't. Let's try that again. So let's take a look at what's in the jar. Simply amazing. It's even lumpy in some cases. The whole jar is full of this stuff. Well, it was either the salt that did it or the calcium silicate. I wonder how much calcium silicate's in it. Now I'm going to pull out the that's pretty gooked up. This is by far the worst you could imagine. There's no need to compare this to anything. It looks like I made a bucket of mud. Amazing. Well, I think it's safe to say that San Francisco Bay sea salt is not a product I would recommend. In addition to the chlorine aspect, it just is entirely unsuitable.